if you hear plop in a second, my van will have been fallen down the ramp. And then all the work will have been for nothing.
Da war die ganze Arbeit umsonst.
Shining so bright like a star in the skylines. She got the looks, the good. Oh boy, I need her so bad in my life. Shawty, where you wanna go, 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 go.
On my way to the second Landvergnügen place where I was allowed to stay for one night, I passed the beautiful little city Sargentine at the Schar Lake. It's wonderful, and I stopped my van and went into the church. And when I saw the long list of young men who died in the war, I thought, how can people today complain about having to wear a mask here or there a little bit for only a period of their life, when these young men have been fighting in war and found death? It's such a strange world we are in. Although the lake is directly beside the other side of the church, I was too weak to walk 150 meters. So some people watched me parking out my huge van and finding a new parking lot close to the lake. I think they thought, oh my God, we never saw such a lazy person before. Just a short drive later, I arrived at this beautiful place where I first had to turn around my car on this very narrow way. It's a platform close to an old train station, and it could have fallen down, but it didn't when I turned it around. And then I just stood there and was amazed by the silence, the fresh air, the birds singing, and the wind in the field. I learned so extremely much in these first nights where I tested my car. For example, how much work it is when you are arriving at a place. It's not like in a hotel where you just fall on the bed. You first have to level out your bed, and if it's like here, a part going up, so you have to find a way to park your car so that your head is level during sleeping, and yeah, it's a lot to do. And if you're suffering of ECFS, you have to count in advance that you at least have 20 minutes after arrival energy to do at least the most important stuff, because otherwise you can't fall in your bed and just relax for the rest of the day. Just nature and me. It's unbelievable. It's so quiet. I've been longing for some place like this in Hamburg for 3 years now, because I accidentally moved right beside a children's playground. So from 7 in the morning until the evening I have screaming children in front of all my windows. And for somebody being so extremely sick and sensitive, and especially for noises, yeah, this is a horror. So, and look here, there's nothing. You hear even a mouse in the grass. It was the perfect place for me. I went so far over my energetic boundaries this day. So ECFS hit me hard. I was very thirsty, would have loved to drink something, but I suddenly became so weak that I didn't even manage to open my water bottle. I was just able to lie on bed and breathe for the rest of the day. And yeah, most of the people think an ECFS is just being exhausted, but when it hits me, I have extremely heavy symptoms in my complete body. For example, it was very hot on this day. It was still August, but I was freezing like hell. I had a headache, I was shaking, I couldn't think anymore, my brain was numb then, and so the rest of the day I've been lying in bed and trying to survive somehow. This kind of worsening the already bad situation can last for days, weeks or months if you're not respecting your boundaries as an ECFS patient. What you see here is kind of a security macrame, which I made out of a steel band. I didn't have an alarm system yet, and I'm a little bit of a panic person. It's so easy to jump into such a huge window, which I leave open in the night a little bit. So before I had my alarm system, I had this personal idea of installing a little bit of security. In this moment, standing here, I thought of all the heavy stones I've been weighting in the last 23 years since my brain tumor and all the other illnesses. And for the first time I had hope. I had hope that there will be some kind of nice days in the future too. And this van, which I built with so much sweat and tears and the last energy I ever seem to have, this will be my way in the future. While the big city girl was too scared to fall asleep in this unfamiliar silence and darkness, there was a lot of time to watch the temperatures drop from around 12 at 11 p.m. to 7 at 2 a.m. After all the effort I put into the insulation, I deeply hope the reason are the doors, which are not insulated yet.
Guten Morgen! Ich stehe gerade in der Sonne und wärme mich auf. Ich hatte ja gedacht, naja, solange ich noch nicht nach Lappland fahre, brauche ich ja vielleicht erstmal keine Heizung. Ich habe die Nacht heute bei 7 Grad verbracht. Ich weiß echt nicht, wofür ich dieses Fahrzeug isoliert habe, wenn es innen drin 7 Grad wird. Also irgendwo ist hier ja ein Haken. Ja.
Som alla mina svenska vänner kan se, jag började nu min träning för norra Sverige och jag hoppas verkligen att det blir något i framtiden. So I made some breakfast, sat in the early morning sun, which I hardly ever have seen in my life, and enjoyed the silence, the crispy freshness, and this feeling to have come out of my bed and my home and my apartment. I'm so extremely grateful to see anything else than this little part of the sky which I see since many years in Hamburg.